Welcome back to another Catch the Spur. This week we took on Liverpool at home. Stay tuned for a maybe surprise man of the match, as well as a fantasy update. So last night we started with a little bit of rotation. We had Cop in goal, Nilden, Hunt and Koga along the back as always, but Ribrink at right back. Then we had Suman, Spence and Vinberg in the middle, Holt, Naz and England up top. So let's start with the 11th minute mark. Nilden doesn't follow a man into the box, and we concede a very sloppy counter-attacking goal. I was a little bit nervous about this because I don't remember going behind in any other game this year other than the two that we lost against City and Chelsea against much stronger opponents, but we responded well. Koga and Hunt especially really stood up strong against their attacking opponents. They won a lot of balls higher up the field, followed their man into midfield and won balls, or cut off balls that were going through the lines, and they were jumping in front of their man and cutting it off. Obviously, it's dangerous if you don't read the ball overly well, but they read it incredibly well, and they were shutting down everything from the back. As well as this, Holt was incredibly good at being a creative force, running with the ball, opening play for other players, and that was shown in the corner where we did get our first goal. I like that we gave Tandberg rest, and England really stood up in that position. She was really strong against her offensive players, and she held up the ball really well for her teammates. It didn't seem like she got the ball in great areas until a great run into the box where Holt put the ball over the top, and then there was a great ball off the left-hand side from Nilden to England. From there, in the 59th minute mark, Tinker, Thomas and Neville all came on to bolster our attack and our defence. It was a great move, and I'm glad that we had some rotation and could seal the game out with those substitutes. And that brings us to our top three. I'm starting to sound like a bit of a broken record, but Hunt's been incredible for us, and she's really galvanised the team together. Brought them all together, really strengthened the squad, and really plays out the style of football we want to play. I'm actually surprised that she didn't get the armband when Sumanen came off, when it went to Spence, just because of how much of a role she has this year, but maybe down the line we'll see that. And then that leaves the obvious two. Koga or Holt? Holt gives an assist on an assist for our second goal, which was a great ball over the top, and an assist to Koga for our first goal. Koga, on the other hand, really strong defensive performance. The goal we conceded didn't come from her, and a really good solid goal. But overall, I think it's her overall defensive performance today that wins her my man of the match. So you may disagree. I'd like to hear your opinions in the subreddit, SpursWomen. Get involved. It's a really good community over there. So jump in, have your say. So here you'll see why I really liked her performance today. This is just one of the examples. So this dangerous ball comes through the middle. They've got a good counter attack coming through. This space right here is where this attack was running through. So she's left this space to pick up a player in the middle, slow down their possession, and force them to play it back. They've got plenty of men going forward, easy for a counter-attack, and she's cut it off. And here is one of her offensive efforts. You see Holt make this great run around the back, and Koga puts this very delicate ball over the top. As soon as you put too much weight on those, they're gone, goal kick, turnover. The ball was played excellently. And now just a quick look at the fantasy team. I was quite lucky that I got Kirby off my bench, but at the same time, a lot of people obviously had a lot of numbers coming off the bench because I was above the average at the end of the game week. Secondly, I'm going to have to assess my assets in regards captaining Shaw every week, as well as it's time to move on Grace Clinton. So where does that leave us? We're sitting in fourth, and we've got the London City Lionesses next. We're sitting on the same points as Arsenal, so hopefully they can get a stumble, and we can pick up 3 points against the London City Lionesses. Then becomes a real challenge. Arsenal after that, and we'll see how we go. But for now, I'll see you on the Reddit page, and I'll see you next week for the LCL game.